Hello, it's Brian with Alpha Training, and this week we're going to learn how to use the Replace tool in Word in a rather unconventional way. Now, most of you are aware of the Replace tool. It's located on the Home tab up here in the upper right-hand corner, and if we give that button a click, that brings up a dialog box that allows us to type in something that we're looking for and then replace it with something else. Now, the traditional use would be, let's suppose that I want to replace the word quick with the word fast, and I want to do that in this entire document. Now, if I was just trying to find that word, just to show you where this exists, you can see in my document that the word quick appears in a whole lot of places throughout my document. Well, if I want to replace those with the word fast, I can come over here to replace, and I'll put quick in the find what, I'll put fast in the replace with, and if I just want to globally replace everything, I can do a replace all, and now 21 changes were made because that's how many times the word quick appeared. Okay, now that I've undone that, let's use this in a slightly different way. I'm going to erase out the word quick and the word fast. But let's say that I look through my document, and every place where the word quick appears, I want it to be underlined. Well, can you imagine going through here trying to find every instance of the word quick and then manually underlining it? Not only would that take a lot of time, but you might miss a few. Well, in this case, what we can do is we can go up to the replace box, and in the find what, we can say find the word quick, but replace it with the word quick. Now, if that's all we did, we'd get a net zero effect. But what we're going to do is, with our cursor sitting here in the replace with box, I'm going to click the more button. Now, there's a lot of things that you can do in here, such as find whole words only or match case. That way you get all the uppercase quicks but not the lowercase quicks, or you get the word quick but you don't get the word quickly. But what we're going for here is this button that says format. So if I click that and I say font, and then in this sort of slimmed down version of the font dialog box, I can do things like, let's use a underline, and maybe I'll even make the underline a different color, and maybe even make it thick. How about that? And then hit OK. So now notice here it says I'm going to find what? I'm going to find the word quick. I'm going to replace it with the exact same thing, but it's going to be a thick underlined red version. So now if I do the replace all, there were 21 changes made in the document just like before, but I'll close this out, and now if I look through my document, notice that every place that has the word quick has been underlined, and I also guarantee I didn't miss any. Now let's use the replace tool for a slightly different problem. I've downloaded this file from some external source, and I'd like to go and take this heading, this how to use Word like a pro, and I would like to apply the heading 1 style to that. Now normally you would just click on the row and then come up and hit heading 1 style, and we would expect that one row to change, but look what happens when I click heading 1. The entire document changes, and then I wonder, wait a minute, why did the entire document change? It should have just changed that one sentence. Well, let's undo that. If we turn on our reveal codes up here with the show hide button, you'll notice that instead of a paragraph symbol at the end of each of these paragraphs, I've got this weird left pointing arrow, and what this is a manual line break. And when you do a manual line break, it's like you're saying, I want to move down to the next row, but still keep this as the same paragraph as what was above it. Well, since that heading 1 style will affect the paragraph as a whole, this entire document is actually just one long paragraph with a bunch of manual line breaks in it. So what we want to do is we want to replace all the manual line breaks with traditional paragraph returns, or when you hit the enter key. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to my replace button. Now with our previous test, it still has all the same information, so I'm going to clear out the words quick here, and I'm also going to clear out all these formatting instructions, so I'm going to go down and click no formatting, and that basically resets the clock. So in the find what, I'm going to come down to special and choose manual line break, and I'm going to replace that with a traditional paragraph mark. Now there's one other little catch here, and if you'll notice, I actually have a manual line break at the end of the paragraph and a manual line break in between each quote-unquote paragraph to give it that spaced out look. But if I replace each manual line break with a paragraph, I'm going to get 2 paragraph returns. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a find what, and I've chosen manual line break, but I'm going to choose manual line break again. So I'm going to replace every instance where there are 2 manual line breaks with 1 traditional paragraph return. I'm going to hit replace all, and there were 10 of those. When I hit OK and hit close, now you can see how all of the manual line breaks have been replaced with traditional paragraph or enter keys. And this now gives me the ability to come up here and apply the heading 1 style to that first paragraph and not have it apply to the rest of the document. So the next time you want to make some sort of global update to your document and it has to do with a font change or a formatting change, try to use that replace tool because it can be used for a lot more than just replacing a word with another word.